Good evening everyone. I am Eashwar Rajan from Mechanical Engineering Department. I have been placed in Pidilite Industries and I'll tell you a little bit about the selection criteria of Pidilite. Pidilite basically they had a pointer criteria of 6 CGPA and above, and they were fine with both first listers as well as second listers. That is, you could be having reback, but no current backlog was allowed. They had given their initial salary description as 4 LPA, and during the PPT they had mentioned to us that it would be 4 lakhs per annum in hand, and that's not a CTC basically. During the PPT you can ask them about the job description and everything. Usually questions are welcomed in PPT sessions. You should be clear about whether you want to take the job or not during the PPT itself. Then regarding Pidilite selection process, they had 3 rounds. They initially had a written test which comprised of I guess both about 50 questions of both technical as well as aptitude related. They had a cutoff, and people who cleared that cutoff were selected for the next second round, which was a group discussion. In the group discussion, they had the company was for both from chemical, civil as well as mechanical students. So they had a group discussion where all the 3 departments were present in a particular group. So 3 students from mechanical, 3 from chemical, 3 from civil, and they gave a general topic as such, which was related to current affairs. As in, my topic was something related to whether India's import-export right now is, in industries we are more of an import-based industrial sector. So is that ideal or not? So this was kind of a topic which was group discussion. Group discussions generally, the approach should be that you should be crisp in your points, never repeat points. Then if someone else is staying quiet in your group, try to get everybody into the discussion. Try to make everybody put forward their points. Try to conclude a GD. Usually, if you give the conclusion, that gives a very good impression that you've been listening. Okay. So after the group discussion, they had we had an interview session basically, and during the interviews we had, in the same panel we had both technical as well as the HR person. The technical person initially asked me about my subject of preference, which was basically what I had prepared. I had given IC engines as my topic of preference, and basically they asked me a few technical questions based on that topic. You should be thorough on whatever technical topic you are deciding on. Then afterwards, during the HR person was asking me, and he asked me about why I would be interested in taking up the job, what my strengths and weaknesses are. Of course, the first question in any interview is that tell me something about yourself. So discuss about your strengths, weaknesses in that itself, discuss about your hobbies, discuss about, sometimes they ask you about your parents' occupation too, and be very clear about what your parents' occupation is. Do not just say my dad is an engineer and my mom is an engineer or something like that. You should be clear as in what position, what designation your father is in and everything. Use small sentences during your interviews. Do not use very long sentences. You should be clear to the interviewer that what you're trying to say. Then, as I said, it's very important to put across your point, but at the same time, if the interviewer is telling you something, hear him out, listen to him, and never contradict yourself in an interview. You should never say something and then say something which is totally the opposite of it. So you should remember what you're saying in your interview, and respect the interviewer. Never try to get aggressive with the interviewer. This is more or less the few points about the interviews. Initially for the test, there were about 200 to 250 people approximately who had written the test. For the GD round, they selected about 90 people, and they had 10 or 11 rounds of GDs basically. And from that they selected I think 30 to 35 people for the final interview. I mean, in the interviews, everybody gave the HR as well as the technical interview, and from that they made 11 selections finally for the job, out of which 6 were for one particular profile, which was the techno-commercial profile under which I have been selected, and another was a totally technical profile for which they selected 5. Civil people were only allowed to sit for technical profile, whereas mechanical and chemical were allowed to sit for both technical as well as the techno-commercial. Regarding preparation, I believe that after your 6th semester and between your 6th and 7th semester, the summer holidays which comes, you should decide on one particular topic of your department. It was like, for example, from mechanical engineering, we have 3. That is, you could either be from design or from heat transfer, that is heat therms related, or you could be production related. Any one topic you should select out of these 3 and should be thorough with that particular topic. Like whatever subjects are there in your 2nd and 3rd year, have a read through them and be clear as to what you're doing. So devote at least 1 month for studies during your summer holidays between your 6th and 7th semester.